People of YouTube, I come to you today to bring you my next project that I've worked on. A wrap or roll and bag holder. Basically, it's a rack that you can put your tin foil, plastic wrap, wax paper, Ziploc bags, and I even built in a piece down here for trash bags that you can pull them out. But I use the same scrap wood that I used for the spice rack from the chair that I found. So let me take you through the process of what I did to create this. I'm going to start this off like I did with the spice rack, and I'm going to cut the holes off of one side, just trim that out. Now to set the fence to 15 inches, which, oddly enough, it's pretty well lit. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to set this to about 16 inches and cut these two side pieces. Now for a little sanding. Face protection first. Well, keep from breathing in so much sawdust, that is. I've done like I did before and drew outlines of where I want the different pieces to go, and then I'm gonna tape these two boards together like I did with the spice rack and go down to the drill press, make some holes. I'm using a bit that's just big enough for these screws to pass through, and I tested it out on this scrap piece of board. On the sides, I want it to be big enough for them to just pass through and not really grip. The holes that I'm going to drill into the boards that go back and forth in between is going to be a little smaller because I want that to grip. Using pretty well the same method as I did before, attaching a couple of the boards together using these 90-degree clamps, and then I'm just going to drill a couple of holes. works. Nicely sized. These will fit just barely. Smaller Ziploc bags, it fits nicely. And then for the trash, the idea, this is going to feed out of the bottom. And a little too much room there, I think. We have to do something about that. This will free up some space under the sink where I have been keeping these. I kind of would have liked to have put it on the back of one of these doors under the sink. But there's so little wood there, and this is rental, so I don't want to damage that. Putting a couple of nails in the wall is a lot different than screwing into that door. And both of these are made out of wood scrapped from a wooden chair. Screws, the only thing that I've had to pay for, and these are all leftovers from other projects. These hooks on the spice rack and the hangers that are on the top are extras from where I bought them for something else. So really this is essentially a free project. I ultimately decided that having these long pieces on the edge or the side was ridiculous, so I took it back down to my table saw and chopped them off. Then you probably have already figured out this from the start of the video, but I decided to do a little switcheroo and put the spice rack down lower and this up higher. I had neglected to think about the drawer that opens down here. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a drawer that was running into this. So I think this will work better. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day and stay creative.